Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Tiffany Duncan.
And I'm Ashley Hurley with this week's LMU Tri-State News Update. As students continue to get settled in on campus at LMU, staff members of the Splitter Report at LMU wanted to give them the proper welcome back. The Splitter Report hosted a block party at the Village.
Yeah, we're throwing a block party for the Splitter Report's debut issue. It came out this morning. Just wanted to come over to the new dorms, kind of get them involved with the community. A lot of freshmen are out here, which is great to see. We've only been going about half an hour, and there's 72 students already. We've got an hour and a half still. Getting ready to do some giveaways from the Splitter Report. We got drinks and food, a bunch of cornhole and stuff like that. So hopefully we keep this pace up for the rest of the year.
Okay, well actually this is the second volume of the Splitter Report. We started last year, and we had about 5 issues last year, and we're going to do a full 8 issues this year. And the Splitter Report, it's actually the newspaper. We hadn't had any printed publications from students in about 20 years on LMU's campus. And one day I was actually wanting to put an article in the newspaper, and there wasn't one. So I started the paper, and I actually never got to put that article in the paper. So, okay, so the school is actually getting actively involved in the Splitter Report, which makes me really happy. They called me over the summer, and they said that they wanted to throw this party for the Splitter Report. So during the first prize giveaway, I told everyone that the Splitter Report is on campus. Pick up an issue. We want to see you guys reading the Splitter Report. Let's be proud of something that LMU students created.
The Splitter Report is available every other Thursday and can be found all across campus. If you would like to get involved in the student newspaper, you can find them on Facebook or send me an email at ashley.hurley@lmunet.edu. We here at WLMU-TV would like to welcome students back to campus and hope that your school year has started off right. We were on campus last week as incoming freshmen got to experience move-in day.
On the topic of move-in day, the local economy is feeling an impact of the new school year. According to a 2010-2011 study, LMU contributes an estimated $95 million to the local economy. Off-campus student spending takes place from the end of August to the beginning of May and totals an estimated $42.1 million. Local business owners who are well aware of the impact the college students make are already seeing the result. Earlier this week, we spoke with the owner of the Gap Creek Coffee Shop and the manager of the Subway in Harrogate.
LMU students do have a large impact on our business. When classes started last Friday, we noticed a big increase in business and should carry us through till the summer.
We see about a 20% increase in sales when school's in.
When the school year comes to an end, owners notice when students go home for the summer. With students gone, they still have ways of drawing in new customers.
In the summer, it's really been amazing to us to know that this little place in the Gap gets visitors from all over the world.
It's not as bad as it used to be with DCOM, where they got the PA students. They've got a summer class, so that helps a little. You just have to advertise and promote and do summer sales.
While business owners may be missing their loyal customers over the summer, they have their own special techniques to bring them and their friends back at the start of the semester.
I think just our products that we sell and food and the coffee and free Wi-Fi and the study environment brings the students. We really don't do any advertising. The students do it for us.
We offer a 10% discount off the whole order, and they usually put that in the welcome packs for the students.
The local businesses like Subway and Gap Creek Coffee Shop are now back in full swing thanks to the students. They appreciate the business and the students bring the business the students bring throughout the year. Continuing on the topic of economic impacts, Dolly Parton is giving Sevier County an even bigger boost with a $300 million investment at Dollywood. Parton announced earlier this week, alongside Governor Bill Haslam and other dignitaries, plans for a new roller coaster and resort hotel. Billboards and Facebook posts are calling the news the biggest announcement in Dollywood history. The 10-year project will feature a new family roller coaster and is expected to open in 2014. The new resort hotel will open in 2015. The additions are expected to bring thousands of new jobs to the area. The park currently has nearly 3,000 employees.
Last Thursday, the Boy Scouts held one of the many annual roundups at Midway Elementary School in New Tazewell. They have 2 more to go, and here they are to tell us about it.
All right, we did a sign up tonight for the Cub Scouts. for Pack 508 that meets in Tazewell at the DAV, and got the parents and the kids signed up. They filled out the application and got ready to go, and all the information they need about the Cub Scout Pack.
Yeah, tonight we're at Midway. We're doing the roundup night, which is the classic sign up. You come out and bring your boy out, and he officially gets into Cub Scouting or Boy Scouting, whichever age he is.
Springdale is coming up first. There's a district executive, the local scout guy, that'll be coming to the school and talking with the guys about joining up with Pack 508 on September 3rd. And then Springdale's sign up is going to be September 4th at 6:30 at the school cafeteria. Then at TNT, he's going to be coming and talking with the guys on September 8th, and the sign up is September 19th at 6:30 in the TNT cafeteria. And with each one of those, he's going to send a flyer home with the guys, so the parents just need to make sure that they get that information and get him to that sign up so that they can get all the information they need to know about Pack 508, when the next meeting is going to be, exactly how they can get involved, because we want their families to be involved in the pack.
Fair warning, I run a pretty active unit, pretty active program, so be ready to hear about a lot of strong activities that I put on in the unit, and I'll be looking for some parents to hopefully volunteer as additional leaders. I can never have enough hands on deck, and I'll see you out there. I'll be glad to see the boys and get them in the unit.
Local men are set to appear on the National Geographic Channel on the upcoming show Snake Salvation. The preachers to be featured are Andrew Hamblin of Tabernacle Church of God in La Follette and Jamie Coots of the Full Gospel Tabernacle in Jesus' Name Church in Middlesboro. The show is to feature scenes from worship services where snakes are handled, as well as church members living out their daily lives. There are approximately 16 episodes set to air, and the show will debut on September 10th at 8:00 p.m.
After a late-night Sunday robbery at the Cumberland Avenue gas station in Middlesboro, 4 people remain in jail. 46-year-old Sherry Barnett, 36-year-old Carl Turner, 35-year-old Lisa Evans, and 40-year-old Michael Evans all face charges in the robbery. The Middlesboro Police Department responded to the robbery just after 9 o'clock Sunday night at the Circle K gas station. Initial reports state that a female, later identified as Barnett, entered the store with a knife demanding money. She took off with an undetermined amount to a vehicle with a male driver. Barnett and Turner were arrested shortly after an officer responded to the scene of the robbery. The investigation led to the arrest of both Evans suspects, and the investigation into the robbery is ongoing by the Middlesboro Police Department. One of the men sentenced in the case where officers were shot at while attempting to serve search warrants remains behind bars. Jerry Lee Osmus faced a parole hearing Monday at Claiborne County Justice Center. Osmus was sentenced in the fall of 2012 after he pled guilty to shooting at officers in December of 2010. According to reports, the parole hearing was canceled until further notice, and Osmus will remain behind bars. He was sentenced to 8 years for each count of attempted murder for the officers that were shot at. He was also sentenced on several drug charges.
A Claiborne County man faces several charges, including trespassing and burglary. 23-year-old Scott Hatfield of New Tazewell remains in jail after he entered a home that he was told not to be in. The officer states that Hatfield went to the home and the woman inside called 911. When the officer arrived, Hatfield was slurring his words and his pupils were very small. Hatfield was placed under arrest and faces those charges as well as several drug charges. An altercation at a Harrogate home Monday leads to the arrest of a man with drugs in his possession. Officers were dispatched to the home of Kirby Street to find 31-year-old William Bates of Rutledge fighting with the homeowner in the front of the yard. After a short investigation, it was determined by officers that Bates had gone to the home to purposely hurt the homeowner. He was placed under arrest, and before placing him in the patrol car, officers searched him and found drugs in his pocket. Bates is facing assault charges and will appear in court on August 29th. He was released from jail on a precinct bond. Now let's take a look at what has been going on in sports this week.
Welcome to LMU Tri-State Sports. I'm Adam Plyler. Let's start this week off with LMU athletics. Lincoln Memorial University announced earlier this week the addition of a new sport beginning play in the spring of 2015. The men's and women's lacrosse programs will be the 14th and 15th varsity sports teams at LMU. Athletic Director Roger Vanoy tells LMU Tri-State Sports about the programs and the process of becoming a fully sanctioned sport.
Well, Adam, we looked at trying to do this for the last few years. We wanted to get the teams competitive that we've got here, and with last year's success of all 13 teams making the postseason in the SAC and 7 of those 13 making the NCAAs, we kind of feel like everybody's competitive and it's time to go to a new challenge. And well, right now we're starting the paperwork that's involved in getting a search started for a head coach in place by January 1, and we'll be responsible for recruiting the first class for both the male and female teams.
The search now begins for a director of lacrosse. Our 6th and final high school football preview takes us to the hills of Kentucky, where no one makes it out alive. That's Harlan, Kentucky, where Adam Haley and I sat down with head coach Tom Larkey to discuss this year's Harlan County Black Bear squad.
Deep in the mountains of eastern Kentucky sets a diamond in the rough when it comes to high school football, and that's the Harlan County Black Bears. The upcoming season will be just the 6th season for the Black Bears. However, this is already a successful program. With a great stadium and a great following, Coach Tom Larkey knows the expectations for this year have to be high.
I expect to have a real good football team. You know, the expectations in Harlan County are always high about the football team. So that's all, you know, we got to look forward to that and expect a great season.
With 3 out of their first 4 games being at home, the first half of the schedule for Harlan County could set up to be a good one. We asked Coach Larkey what he thought of the 2013 schedule.
Well, we look forward to all of them, but you know, we open up Madison Central in a Roy Kid Bowl at Richmond, Kentucky. Then we got our second game, be our first game at home, will be with Clay County. Of course, the next game will be with Belfry, which is a powerhouse in the mountains, and so, you know, we've never played them, so I think that's the game that everybody's looking forward to most of all at that point in the season anyway.
For a lot of people, when they think of Harlan County, Kentucky, they don't think of a lot of luxuries. However, when you take a look at the stadium with artificial turf and a video scoreboard, it creates an absolutely spectacular atmosphere.
I don't think anybody could go to a high school football game on a Friday night and find any better atmosphere. I don't really think there's any more enthusiasm than you'll see anywhere else.
After making it to the semifinals last year in the Class 5A state tournament, the Black Bears will be looking to do something this year they've never done in school history, and that's finally making the state championship. Step 1 is August the 24th at Madison Central in the Roy Kid Bowl. Reporting for LMU Tri-State Sports, I'm Adam Haley.
Let's take a look at our minor league baseball report brought to you by the ADA Sports Report. The Tennessee Smokies are at home this weekend with games Friday through Tuesday. Tonight's game starts at 7:15, Saturdays at 6:15, Sunday at 5, Monday and Tuesday at 7:15 against the Mobile Bay Bears. The Southern League North standings, Tennessee on top, 36-23 with the overall record in the second half of the season. Birmingham in second place, 7.5 games back. Jackson, 8 games back. Huntsville, 10.5. Chattanooga bringing up the caboose, 15 games back. Taking a look at the Greenville Astros, they host the Bluefield Blue Jays this weekend starting Sunday. The Sunday's game's at 6 p.m. with Monday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Taking a look at the Appalachian League Eastern Division standings, Kingsport on top, 34-25. Greenville only a half game back in second place. Elizabethton in third place, 1.5 games back. Johnson City, 31-28, 3 games back. Bristol, 16-41, 17 games back. That's your minor league baseball outlook brought to you by the ADA Sports Report. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. on 91.3 FM, 740 a.m. and Media Streams Channel 4 and 20. It's all for sports. Ashley and Tiffany, take it home.
Now here is my Here at Home piece for this week, showcasing volunteer opportunities.
My second visit led me here to Servolution Ministries in Speedwell. Today, I have the pleasure to sit down and meet with staff members at the ministry. Here is their story.
Well, we started from a truckload of cereal. The truckload came and we had nowhere to put it. And we were in Sunday school one morning, and somebody stood up and said, "What about the vocational buildings?" We investigated the building, and that's how Servolution kind of started. Well, I have a heart for missions. I started doing youth. I have children, and I started going on mission trips. It seems like I just didn't get enough just doing one trip a year. I just felt like I wanted to help the community. My heart is here. I just hated seeing these buildings go to waste. They weren't doing anything with them, and they were really generous at letting us use it.
About 2 years ago at Pump Springs Church, they wanted people to fill out these little blue cards. I've pretty much been here ever since.
If you are wondering what Servolution is, they tell me exactly what they do and what goes into their day-to-day operations.
Well, people donate items. They bring us their gently used clothes. We sell items that we can sell to buy food for our food pantry.
It serves a great need for the community. There are a lot of people who don't qualify for food stamps. The poverty level in this county runs at around 27%. Probably almost a third is eligible for food stamps.
People come in and they ask for food. They usually will get a box of food when they first come in, but to be a part of a monthly program, they would have to do a small interview. We do have to see their income on an income basis.
In sitting down with Tammy, this is what she says to those looking to volunteer and gives you information on how you can get involved.
Well, we do take volunteers. Anyone that wants to come and give some of their time, an hour, 2 hours, it doesn't matter, to sort clothes. We sometimes make up food boxes, light cleaning, or we haul the clothes to the salvage truck. Just lots of little things that we do around here that's not, heavy labor. But sometimes we do have furniture that we do have to have lifted, and we do ask for some big boys that can lift furniture. All they have to do is just either call me or just show up on the hours that we have posted. We do change. We have hours in the summertime, and then we have hours during school time. It's good to kind of know on the days it's busy. It's really busy on Thursdays, which is the day we have our food pantry. We really want to focus on getting churches involved in doing what we're doing to share Christ's love and showing what we are all about.
During this visit, staff members tell me about their experience and what being a part of Servolution Ministries means to them.
It's a good place to be. It's the way that you can return back what has been given to you.
It's growing my spiritual time with God. He's allowing me to show His love through Him to others.
I hope you have enjoyed tagging along with me on this visit. Tune in next week and see what volunteer opportunities I can find here at home with Ashley Hurley.
Tune in next week for my next Here at Home segment that's going to feature the Claiborne Animal Shelter, and also tune in on September 1st for the Servolution Telethon that will be held on WLMU-TV, WCXZ AM, and WLMU-FM.
The sound of musket fire could be heard along Gap Creek Wednesday as Civil War reenactors gathered for the shooting of a music video for the song God Didn't Choose Sides. Rural Rhythm Records brought a film crew to Gap Creek to film the music video, which featured country and bluegrass legend Marty Raybon. The video is the title track from last February's release of the album God Didn't Choose Sides, which was produced by Cumberland Gap's Steve Gully. Local Civil War reenactors from the 1st Tennessee Battery and the 79th New York Regiment participated in the production. Bill White, who portrays Confederate General James Longstreet, brought the reenactors together. The video was shot at Gap Creek along Gully's Curve.
Well, the video shoot is really actually the reenactment of a song, of a story that's been put to lyric, been an album form. Today it's going to become a video form.
But we're on the banks of Gap Creek right here where we baptize folks for my church here at Summers Bridge. And the title song, God Didn't Choose Sides, which was sung by our good friend Marty Raybon, world famous recording artist and great friend, is what we're going to try and depict in video today.
Well, I've got some of the reenactors together and that kind of thing. A lot of our battery members, which is the 1st East Tennessee Battery, are participating, and we're just helping out with whatever we can do to make the video right.
A second video was shot later in the day for the traditional hymn, There Is a Fountain, that featured Gully, Dale Ann Bradley, Don Gully, and Vic Graves. A release date for the videos have yet been announced.
The Claiborne County Fair kicks off Monday night at the JC Fairgrounds in Tazewell, and we will be there to enjoy the event with you. Each night, members from WLMU-TV, WCXZ-AM, and WLMU-FM will be on hand to meet and greet the community. The event schedule for this year's fair includes fan favorites on Monday and Tuesday nights, Senior Citizen Night with gospel and bluegrass music on Monday, followed by the Tennessee Mountain Wrestling with 5 big matches on Tuesday night. Wednesday and Thursday nights will include the 4-cylinder class Demolition Derby on Wednesday, then the Demolition Derby V8 class on Thursday. Friday is the Antique and Modified Tractor Pull and the Street Legal Stock 4-wheel drive tractor pull, with the lawnmower pull and live music on Saturday. The gates will open each night at 5 o'clock with bingo every night and events in the fair barn, so be sure to stop by our tent and say hello.
Thank you for joining us this week. I'm Tiffany Duncan.
For everyone behind the scenes, I'm Ashley Hurley. Join us next week for another LMU Tri-State News Update.